One, let's say a place called Australia has an invasion of ants, some kind of ant, a fire ant. And the best scientific advice, which should be making your policy, would be maybe, let's say it's containment. Let's say that the advice is to drop pellets, poison pellets from the air, and that's fairly cheap and it's very effective, but you have to call it containment. You mustn't call it eradication, because if you call it eradication, a whole other set of protocols kicks in. So what are the pressures here? Well, say the minister responsible is aware that he can get an enormous amount of funding from, say, the federal government for an eradication program, but if he calls it containment, no money. And just say that there's an enormous pressure to employ lots of people, so jobs, jobs, jobs. So there'd be an enormous policy pressure to create a large institution that would employ lots of people on the ground to do this very thing that the scientific advice says will not work. So 20 years later, you've got a problem that's 20 times as serious. You've spent millions of public money on a policy that the scientific experts began by saying is never going to work. And here's an illustration of the pressure being brought to bear, and the principle which overrides the music that is deafening is the music of jobs, 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 or the music of let's get a big federal grant for this thing. That's the music that gets listened to.